Do you remember when doubting Thomas missed Jesus' first resurrection appearance that he made to the disciples? The other disciples told him, "We have seen the Lord." But Thomas, filled with unbelief, said to them, "Unless I see the nail marks in his hands, unless I put my finger where the nails were, and put my hand into his side, I will not believe." A week later, Jesus' disciples were in the house again, and Thomas was there. Though the doors were locked, Jesus came and stood among them and said, "Peace be with you." Then he looked at Thomas and said, "Come on, put your finger here. See my hands. Reach out your hand and put it into my side. Stop doubting and believe." But Thomas said, "My Lord and my God." Jesus' next words concerned you and me. Jesus told Thomas, "Because you have seen me, you have believed. Blessed are those who have not seen and yet believed." 11 disciples saw Jesus and believed. Many others, including Jesus' brothers, numerous women, and scores of other disciples, saw Jesus and believed. Yet we have spiritually seen Jesus, believed, and have been changed by him. And we understand 1 Peter 1:8. Though you have not seen him, you love him. I have never physically seen Jesus, but I have spiritually seen Jesus. I see him every day. I talk to him and he talks to me, and I sure do love him. And because he loves me back, I can say with Paul in 1 Corinthians 2:9, "But it is written, what no eye has seen, nor any ear has heard, nor any heart of man imagined, what God has prepared for those who love him. These things God has revealed to us through the Spirit." 1 Peter 1:8, "Though you have not seen him, you love him." And because you have a love relationship with Jesus, God has prepared great things for us through the Spirit. 1 Peter 1:8, "Though you do not now see him, you believe in him and rejoice with joy that is inexpressible and filled with glory, obtaining the outcome of your faith, the salvation of your souls." You don't have to have a physical Jesus in the room in order to believe in him. You have personally experienced him. He lives in your heart. And because you have Jesus living inside you, you are filled with inexpressible joy and glory. Why? For you are receiving the outcome of your faith, the salvation of your souls. And this joy you feel inside of your very being provides you a taste of heaven. What you're experiencing right now is a taste of future glory. So that means whatever the world may throw at us, it doesn't matter. What trials come our way, it doesn't matter. What people think of us does not matter. How much money you got in the bank, it doesn't matter. What does matter is that you have Jesus. And because you and I have Jesus, we can rejoice in the life he gives, even though we have never physically seen him. Now let me say it from my perspective. I do not have to put my finger in his nail prints. I do not have to thrust my hand in his side. I have experienced his love. And I believe Jesus is my Lord and my God. Why? Because I have seen him. And I do love him. And I do rejoice in him. And I want others to experience what I have experienced. In the National Review, columnist Joel Rosenberg recounts former Ohio Congressman Tony Hall's words at the 2005 National Prayer Breakfast. Now, when Hall first went to Washington, he felt hollow, he said. He said, "I didn't know God, and I was tired of my ambition." He shared how he attended a prayer breakfast and heard others describe the process that they had gone through to begin a personal relationship with Jesus Christ, and how that event set him on a spiritual journey that led him and his wife to become Christians. Hall urged religious men and women of both parties not to be shy about bringing their faith to the office and letting it be a part of who they are in public. he described a trip he took to an Islamic country where he was greeted by the U.S. ambassador at the airport. The guy said, "Congressman Hall, I just want to remind you that you're in a Muslim country. Don't talk about religion, or it could really set back what we're trying to accomplish here." Hall said he just nodded politely. When they arrived at the office of the Muslim leader, Hall says he was asked why he had come to the country. He said, "I'd like to be your friend. I would like our countries to be friends. And I'd like to invite you to the National Prayer Breakfast in the name of Jesus." The Muslim leader got very excited. He slapped his knee, and according to Hall, he said, "That is remarkable. You have come all this way to be my friend and to talk to me about Jesus? That is wonderful. My mother used to talk to me a lot about Jesus when I was a child. We should talk about Jesus more often." Then the leader turned to the ambassador and said, "Why don't you talk about Jesus?" I have seen Jesus, and I love him, and I rejoice in him, and I want others to experience what I have experienced.